Alright, back for the final. On the draw again, which, I'm pretty happy with, given the deck I have. And with a good hand. Kinda have a non-bow. I mean, Skin Invasion flow is not very good, as I mentioned earlier on, but I don't think it should be too hard to find another way to kill creature in this deck, so should be good. Drawing a land is not bad. I mean, I have a 5 and 6 drop, so cannot complain about that, as my opponent is on mono green so far. Bombardment is very nice. So best case scenario, they play a 2 toughness creature next turn, and I can Skin Invasion, Bombardment, and get a quite huge tempo swing in my favor. Green-white, okay. Okay. Sure. Don't think there's any reason not to attack here. They could have the 3/3 flash for 3, which apparently they do have. It's a rare though, so I don't think it's worth playing around. Okay, that's pretty good. The opponent is gonna 2-for-1 me here, but there's not much I can do. I'm still fine with this trade because I do gain quite a lot of tempo. Another option would have been to double galvanic bombardment the thing, but it just doesn't seem worth it. So yeah, they 2-for-1 me, but playing around a rare doesn't make much sense to me. A rare that I haven't seen in the opponent's deck yet. And I kind of figure out that even if they add that, my attack was decent. I think we are flowing on that thing right now, and keeping the bombardment for something else, since this already deals 3 damage. The only advantage of the flow is that I can target my opponent, but given how this game is going, it's not very likely that I will want to target my opponent anyway. 4 cards onto the battlefield for me, 4 cards for them, and we both have 4 cards in hand, so it's pretty even regarding card advantage. Because I want to on the draw and they 2-for-1 me. If they 2-for-1 me a bit more, I will slowly be in trouble. But on the other hand, I have some very good late game cards, and I'm not very, but pretty short on lands, which all in all means I'm not very likely to have trouble regarding drawing too many lands. Gonna kill that now. No reason not to. I could draw a 3-drop. If they have, some sort of trick here, it's fine. And aim high, sure, no problem. And continue to apply pressure with my Skin Shredder. I mean, maybe if I had attacked, they would have tried to block plus aim high, and I would have gotten a 2-for-1. So maybe I should have gone for that, but on the off chance that they don't have a trick and I draw a 3-drop, my play is much better. Slayer just as a 3/2 is fine. Doesn't really match up very well against what I have right now. Brazen Wolves. I guess I'm attacking with the Shredder now and playing the Wolf. My opponent cannot really raise me. They could have another trick here, but I don't think it's very likely, and even if they do, it might be not so wise to use it against 4 red mana, even though I already used quite a lot of burn spell already. Could see a Choking Restraint, but I would assume if they had Choking Restraint, they would have cast it before they cast the Slayer and try to get the value. Yeah, so they either top deck a Shocking Restraints or are casting something else, I would say. Here, if they attack, I'm gonna block the Bloodbriar. It plays into a trick, but I don't really care too much about that. And either way, oh, they're attacking with that. That's pretty interesting. I'm blocking. I don't mind my opponent wasting some trick or removal or whatever they might have now, and then my late game cards are gonna do a good job. A clear shot here. Yeah, it's completely fine. Still racing them fairly well. And any damage I deal means that if I can ever cast Devil's Playground, the opponent is gonna die. Like, if I can put down my opponent to around, I don't know, I think 7 is already quite low, but yeah. At a fairly low amount of HP, they will just die to the Devil's Playground. Not sure that I can afford to try to race me. Okay, what was that? The mana is a purge on my thing. Okay, that's pretty good. That could let them race me. I kinda need to draw my lands rather soon now. So I guess I'm attacking with Brazen Wolf, most likely trading with the Noose Constrictor. If they take the damage, I kill the Bloodbriar and they can hit me for 7 unless they have a trick. If we trade, I kill the Bloodbriar, go down to 5, then play Arsonist or maybe Devil's Playground. I mean, I'd rather attack with that either way because, you know, the Wolf are not very good blockers. And I think the opponent kinda has to block here. They might not block, though, because they have to discard if they want to trade, which is kinda bad. They might have a useless land to discard, though. I could see that happening. I think it's most likely gonna happen. Oh, they discarded the Slayer. That's actually great for me. It's a 2-for-1. Since they discarded a very useful card. And now it actually feels, since they have nothing left in hand, that Arsonist is the superior play, unless they top deck, obviously. If they top deck a removal and I don't hit my land drop next turn, I lose. But okay, so I guess I'm dead now. Yeah, kind of. They did not attack. That's extremely interesting. I guess I don't need to attack. They one-shot me next turn. Oh, that's unfortunate, but well, I guess reducing to ashes first would have been better, but that, you know, that's just a top deck. I cannot do anything about that. I can still attack and maybe they block with Bloodbriar. I think they will just jump with the Slayer though. Yeah, playing very safely here. And sacrificing it before damage to get one more counter. I don't really get why you would not get your counter here. Doesn't make sense, but yeah. No reason to show any of my 2 spells in hand. I'm just gonna read both cards, but yeah, that's lethal. And I'm pretty sure the opponent is aware of that. I'm still gonna see if they go for the kill, but I don't really want to show them a card, and I'm pretty positive they will go for the kill anyway. Why did you not sack your Slayer? That was just very good. That was a free permanent to sacrifice. I don't really get that. And it's not like using a mana is gonna cost you a whole lot. Yeah, so they top deck at at this point I would assume that my opponent probably had 1 or 2 outs in their entire deck. And they top deck one of these outs and there's nothing I can do, and that's very unfortunate. Yeah. Well, you know, it's magic, it's magic. I've been top decking myself. a fair amount of time during my MTG career, so this happens. But it's always kind of frustrating because I pretty much think I played this game to the best and in a way where I was winning unless I would top deck a really good card. There aren't many cards that would save my opponent at this point, and they just top deck the card they needed. So yeah, it's kinda lame. I guess I could have played around that by reducing to ashes first. So maybe that's just my bad. If I had reduced the thing first, they would have mentaled, attack for 5. No, reducing first doesn't help because if I reduce first, I go down to 3 and then they can get fly in and kill me and I don't have any removal left. So even playing reduce first would not have saved me. They just top deck the perfect card for this situation. Alright, well, I'm still a bit salty and frustrated, but you know, it's the game. Choking Restraints would have not been good enough because I was drawing my land. So yeah, they really needed a pretty specific card. Like, I think Mental was probably one of the only card that would do it since I was drawing my land. Yeah. Because even a regular flyer would not really be good enough. And they only had 4 mana left, so they couldn't like cast a Subjugator Angel or something like that. Yeah, right now I cannot really... yeah, since I was drawing my 6th land, I cannot think of any other card that would save my opponent right here. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I think I will choose to draw. I really think my deck wants to draw with all those cheap removal. Yep. Oh well. Oh well. No. That hand is not great, but it's good enough. I'd rather be on the play with that hand. So they mull to 6, keep their hand, and put a card on the bottom. Mostly good news so far. And 2-drop is not bad. Always slightly worried when I don't play a 2-drop on the draw, or I don't have a removal or anything to interact, because depending on what the opponent does, you can really fall behind quite quickly. Okay, they have a 2-drop of their own, Guardian of Pilgrim, which is not likely gonna trade with the Reaver. At least I will offer the trade. And if they have a trick, they have a trick. It's not a problem. I guess if they have a Lunarch Mental, they are gonna kill me pretty fast. My deck is not very good at dealing with auras because I can only deal small chunk of damage, so that card is really solid against me. Anything else I don't really care too much. Like if they aim high here to save their Pilgrim, it's completely fine with me. Drawing 2 lands in a row was kinda bad. I guess I have a 6-drop, but I don't really need more lands, so hopefully I will not draw too many more. The plan is, you know, to be on the draw and beat the opponent by card advantage and having more removal, but this plan is not gonna work very well if I just draw lands. Choking Restraint, pretty much a card I would expect from a double Ironclad Slayer deck. Yeah. As I draw a 7th land. That's starting to become a bit clunky. I'm more and more worried about that game. Because if the opponent, you know, removed my thing from the game, and then Slayer to get back the restraints, they will be the one, you know, card advantaging me out of the game. Ah, another land. Ugh. I do have a decent board presence here, but if they just drop a land and play Slayer and restrain my Pyrehound, I'm pretty much losing the game. Unless I don't draw any more land for the rest of the game, and I think that's what's happening. Them playing a Slayer, I mean. Yeah, a Catharan Slayer, or Bound by Moonsilver. Okay, that's a little bit less problematic, I guess. I pretty much drew the worst card of my entire deck. Lands would have been worse, but other than that. Yeah, if my opponent ever draw a Slayer, I'm really gonna be in trouble. And they might already have the card anyway. Noose Constrictor, okay. Don't mind that too much. And I don't mind making the trade here. Sure, they will get to have a spirit, but my card is much worse than their card. Oh, they purge my thing away. Interesting. So I could kill that and then it's a top deck war, but I have a slight advantage of being at 20. Could also wait and take a few damage. And maybe kill something else. I think I'd rather wait. Taking to each turn, I can afford to take a few damage. Not like thousands of damage, but... Waiting give them the possibility to discard cards, but this is dealing 3 anyway. Oh, come on. Oh, 9 lands on the top 15 card of my deck is really a bit too much. Like, I'm really like beating my opponent card advantage wise, but yeah, they just drew 5 land and then only spells, and that's gonna 6 land I guess, and that's gonna win them the game. Like if I had the same amount of land as they did draw and spell instead of my land, I would win that fairly efficiently. But now this is looking more and more like a wrap. And I have no idea why they are not... they forgot about the Cathar. I don't know. I don't think they are playing around Savage Alliance. That would not make much sense. I'm gonna play the Castigator to have a blocker available. It's kinda bad because if they get a Slayer... and get back their choking restraints, I'm gonna get destroyed. But I think it's still the move I have to make. Lunar Augmenta. Let's try to get that 2 for 1. Not much the opponent can do, unless they have a trick in their hand. Okay, so we got a 2 for 1 here, which is really nice. Kinda glad I could, you know, kept that Savage Alliance, but I'm really like... I'm pretty dead to any Ironclad Slayer, and the opponent showed 2 of them last game, so I'm really worried. I need to top deck something good soon. I would assume that the last card in my opponent's hand is a land. I hope it is. Yeah, they can move the bound too. But it doesn't change anything because I can trade. So let's say I attack. They go down to 10, then they attack me, I go down to 7, then I attack, they go down to 2. Yeah, I'm winning this race. And with the Castigator onto the battlefield, I feel like I should not wait too much because this is a huge disadvantage. Like, if my opponent draws land for a few turns, I should be doing fine. Like, basically, I'm racing them top decking a Slayer. But I think they just top deck one, yeah. So it's gonna be game over. Unfortunate. Not really sure I had outs. And I don't think that not casting the Castigator is the right move to make. Interestingly enough, they did not attack here. Bombardment deals 2 currently. So I can attack, and if they block here and there, we are back to a pretty even situation, except that I have a Castigator bounded onto the battlefield. And if they take the damage, then I kill the Slayer and they cannot kill me. And then die afterwards. And if they block here and take 4, it's still pretty fine with me. I wonder if taking the mental was actually the right move. Like, restraint is so good right now. I don't know. I guess now I cannot block plus bombardment anymore. But yeah, so maybe it was, I don't know. Anyway, they can give that thing fly. Why did they not attack? My opponent is really fearing. I mean, either you attack this turn, either you block last turn, but doing none, you have to do one of these two things. That was weird. Like, if they had attack last turn, they would be winning pretty efficiently here. But now I got 4 damage for free last turn, pretty much. I don't know. If they had drawn a pump spell, they could have killed me, so yeah. Okay, so I got 4 damage for free here. I'm still in a very bad spot because of the Castigator. But it's a top deck war and the opponent... Well, I guess we have exactly the same amount of HP. Because, you know, I'm virtually at... actually, I'm at 7. I'm at 7 here, and they are at 6. So, I have even a slight advantage. And now I have a removal. So who knows, maybe I'm coming back in this game. Ooh, Arsonist, sign me in. This thing just one-shots my opponent if they don't have a move next turn. I guess I can move the bound around to not die, but still. If they move this here, it's also quite good for me. Yeah. Okay, so they drew quite a lot of land recently, and I think it's gonna make me win. They did not move Bound by Moonsilver. Interesting choice. So maybe they have a Silver Strike, otherwise they misplayed. Yeah, so they misplayed here, but that's not. I don't think it's the first misplay they made that game. I think if my opponent had played that game a bit better, they would have won it fairly easily. So I really kind of got lucky in some way. I was drawing pretty well though. Whew, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Slayers with those enchantments, it's annoying. It's really annoying. It's pretty good against my deck. Not a whole lot my sideboard can do about that, though. But knowing that they have a bunch of enchantment will make me play a bit differently and try to keep more often. Like, very often I try to kill their creature during my turn, so they cannot use a pump spell. But given how what they showed, maybe keeping things around to try to 2-for-1 them might be a decent solution. Kept a decent hand, draw a land which is not great, but hopefully I will not draw too many more. I could bombardment that thing. Do I want to do that? Probably not. It's a pretty good card in this precise configuration. Hopefully I don't draw land. Weaver of Lightning is quite great. But if my opponent, drops a plane and then Lunarch Mantle the Constrictor, I'm not sure I can actually beat that very convincingly. No Lunarch Mantle is good news. The opponent out of white is also kind of a good news. They did not have a play, but I could easily see them having the 3/3 flash end of this turn. Like, if they did not have 6, it's gonna happen, it's pretty clear. And I don't really want to block with my Weaver of Lightning. I will have to block though, kind of. Yeah, they do have the 3/3. Playground was a good draw. Really gonna let me go over the top if I can reach the late game, which is nice. Oh, they clear shot at my thing. That's definitely not good for me, as I'm going down to 12, and I will not really have any good blocker next turn either. So it's kind of a bummer. I guess I can block the Noose Constrictor and then they will pump and then I blast, and unless they sack 2 more cards, the thing dies. So it's kind of fine, and then I can reduce to ashes the Spirit of the Hunt, and my opponent is still missing white. So who knows? Who knows? I kind of have to block there. Like at some point I will have to make a fairly bad trade here and force my opponent to discard. Yeah, they are discarding white cards that they don't need. But here they can either lose the Constrictor or discard 2 more cards. So in both cases it's a 2-for-2, and if they try to save their Constrictor, it's actually okay. I guess they have a bunch of white card to discard, but yeah, okay. Like I sacrificed 2 cards. Sure, you cannot cast that yet, but that's quite a big cost just to save the Constrictor, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was worth it. I'm definitely fine making that trade because, my opponent would eventually draw a white, and given the playground, I don't think I'm gonna die to ground creature that soon. Drawing a land was pretty bad, but my opponent has only 1 card left in hand, and Noose Constrictor doesn't match up very well against Devin's Playground, so... Well, they got their plane. Their last card in hand is most likely an Ironclad Slayer. But even if they have that, it's not gonna be super good against my Playground. And then it's again a top deck war, except I have a slightly better board. I've been drawing a lot of lands these last 2 games. I think I'm still doing fine because of the power level of Devil's Playground, but yeah, that's still quite annoying. Again, I mentioned that during the draft, but my deck doesn't flood very well. Yeah, 5 spell, 8 lands. It's kind of a miracle that I'm still in the game. That card was not bad. I'm just gonna leave 1 Devil back up. Each time I block, they have to discard a card, so the Constrictor doesn't die, so it's kind of fine with me. Their Flash Dude is removed from the game, so it's pretty free attack. I guess they could have a Spider, but I don't think I should play around the Spider at this point of the game. Okay, well, restraint doesn't do that much here. I mean, it's good, the Slayer is great, but both of my open creature gets walled by the devil, so it's fine. I can discard land to save the Constrictor a few times, but so I guess the land is getting tossed onto the or an aim high. Well, I'm glad I traded devil for aim high, but yeah. If I continue to draw land, I cannot really win. No matter how good Dance with the Devils is. It's really been a lot of land. So my opponent will Choking Restraint and Devil. What do they want to do? Oh, the Duelist, okay, it's fine. Best draw is might be Gold Knight Castigator right now. Just because I have a bunch of ground blockers and it would kill my opponent very fast, so I think it's the best thing I can do. A Neonate. Well, at least it turns one of my land into something relevant. But it's not exactly what I wanted. They are probably discarding a land here, but you know, this would happen at some point. Oh no, we just traded. Oh, that's great. Holy crap, that's amazing. Okay, I really like that. It kind of means they have something good in hand that they don't want to discard. Like if they play the 5/7 Angel, I think I lose. Yeah, I pretty much lose if they have that. And that's a card I could have kept. And since they played their land super quickly, yeah, I think they are dropping the 5/7 and getting back the Slayer. Yeah, they will attack first. Yeah, they have the 5/7. That, you know, the... No? Okay. Why didn't they save the Reconstrictor? What do they have that costs more than... I really don't know what's going on here. Oh, come on. A 10th land? For real? Oh well. I'm not sure what the opponent has here that they want to keep over a Noose Constrictor. So I guess they are removing my Paria for... I mean, my Duelist. No. Why would you not do that? And my opponent cannot complain about drawing too many lands, because even if they have one land in hand, I would still have drawn more lands than they did. Oh, Thermo Alchemist is sweet. I mean, any spell is sweet at that point, I guess. I should not auto-heal with that thing onto the battlefield. It's probably not a wise move to make. Okay, so now we'll see what... Oh no, they are... Okay, removing that this time. They did not miss it. What is the last card in their hand? That's what I'm wondering. Is it an 8-drop? Yeah. Why did they bomb that thing? They have no other choice, I guess. It's fine with me. It's great to see the bound gone. And drawing a youth is pretty good too. It actually means the opponent is dead on board. No. But they go down to 1. You know, after the Thermo Alchemist activation. And... yeah, they are dead from the devil. I don't think I should play Wolf, because if they have Descend upon the Sinful, The spell actually exiled the creature, which means they will not die from the Devil's Trigger. And if they actually have that, I kind of want to have the wolf back up. Yeah. Okay, so that was the desperate move here. Alright. Well, the opponent kind of flawed out in the end, but I flawed out more than they did, I guess. So, yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. It was a harder matchup than all games so far, though, that's for sure. But I think it was not really due to the power level of my open deck, but mostly because of my draws. I mean, my open deck is good. I'm not trying to say anything else. I just say that this round felt harder, mostly because I drew a lot of land, more than because my opponent's deck was too good. But you know, Bound by Moonsilver, 1 or 2 restraints, the Mental, 2 Slayer, a good curve. This is a very good white-green deck. But we won the draft, sweet. Yeah, so the deck was insane and it did what I was hoping it would do. So I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I see you for another draft.